Home free.
Demon
Home free.
Demon home.
Home free. Let go. Let go.
Nigga.
That bit my tape, boy. You big, boy.
Nigga, they doing push-ups.
Boy, I see you, boy.
No, this Ray.
That little Ray.
Man, this ain't
That
Ray.
little Ray.
Hey, Ray. What the fuck, man?
That little Ray.
Hey.
That little Ray.
I love you, boy.
God,
Hey, Ray got big as fuck, man.
Hey, Ray cold on the field,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Hey,
Cold.
the Demon home, too, pussy. Demon home.
Hey, cuz, are you still rapping? Got you.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Hey guys, we're back. It's another episode of Big Six Bands. It's the Liverpool emergency meeting. Big up everyone in the chat. I'm joined by the man himself, Mr. Sanderson, Eze's uncle, Rafa Leao's second cousin. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm here with Welks. I'm also here with Jamie Phillips. And of course, Jordan Henderson is training with the Liverpool camp to add some extra sauce on today's news. Now, of course, big up every single person in the chat, whether you're watching this now or watching this back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get involved in the chat. Make sure if you are voting on the poll, then you're subscribing and you're liking the video as well. Of course, make sure you subscribe to my good friends here as well. Make sure you subscribe to Jamie Phillips, Football Chats, Coppish, and obviously Welks Talks. Oh, now, of course, man, this is an emergency meeting. We could be getting joined by Matt a little bit later. Just dropped me a message as well. So big up Matt as well. Big up Drift as well on top of that as well. So, guys, how are we feeling? How are we feeling today? Chat, how are we feeling as well? Let me know.
Kind of indifferent. A lot of rumors, not loads of substance. Just in kind of no man's land at the moment.
I mean, it's a bit somber in here. Like it's a little somber in there. It's a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? Don't really know how to feel as Liverpool fans, This is me a little bit.
I'm tired of suffering.
That's more me. That's more me.
I'm in a great mood. I'm just here for the violence. I'm literally in a great mood. I love this sort of shit. Bring it on.
God. Listen, let's hit the chat and then we'll get started, man. We'll get started. Big up everyone. Make sure we're smashing the like button. Let's get to 250 likes today. Let's say 250 likes today. Big up Mr. Link. He goes, bro, it's not this stream. This is not stream worthy. Ornstein article is a joke. Mr. Link. Denial is one hell of a drug, my brother. I'm sorry, broski. Big yourself up, though. We got 7 super chat.
He might have a point.
He might have a point, but I think it's denial at this point. But yeah, big up honesty with the super chat. He goes, something went wrong. The plane that took Amorim to London this afternoon is already returning to Lisbon. The coach who is still negotiating with. Big up honesty for another super chat. He goes, question: Have the man them ever seen Eze and Callum at the same time, or ends Man TV and Elise, even Don and Diaby? That's a good one still.
Nothing like Eze.
He didn't add the Lamptey and Monts in the same room. So you know what? That is a 10-10 super chat. That is a 10-10 super chat. Honestly, 10-10 super chat. Maybe we get Amorim, maybe we don't. But if not, bring me Flick or Xavi. Remember, Xavi won the Liga. Meanwhile, while Barca was in ruins. I hear it. Big up, honestly, with another super chat, bro. Hey, big up yourself.
Yeah, he's on a roll.
He's on a roll, blood. Hey, question: Would the man them take Jose for 2 seasons to win us a Prem and a UCL, then dip and we then go to get Amorim, Nagelsmann, then type of managers. Me, I'm always more the Brendan Rodgers than the Klopp, like it's like how you kind of go for the manager to build the pillars and then you kind of go for the manager to let us cross the bridge, basically. I don't like the idea of the world-class manager and then you go back to the manager who's kind of still learning his trade for his first time at a bigger club. However, I'm not going to lie, this Liverpool team isn't necessarily like a bunch of bums. Like, these men aren't scrubs or nothing like that. Like, these men are serious players that could go for a title. So I don't see the mad thing in bringing in a winner. But the question is, for me, is Jose Mourinho still a winner, innit?
I was going to say, is he still world class? Because I don't think he is.
He's still a winner.
I'd have Mourinho tomorrow.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm sick of not being able to defend anymore. I'd have Mourinho tomorrow, man. With this bunch of players, bring it on. I think this club needs a completely different change. It needs the vice versa to Klopp. It needs the anti-Klopp. That's what it needs.
I can't do it.
I can't do with Mourinho either. I think football's changing, and I don't think it suits for someone like a Mourinho. Even though I do think he's a classy manager, but I just generally think football now has evolved where I'm looking at the plethora of managers like your Thiago Mottas, your Almirins, your Javi Alonso's. I think it's a new age for managers as well. Even like Javi. I think Javi as well, if he goes to another club or stays at Barca, I think he's a good manager as well.
I like Javi. I think he could be in the show. The only reason I want Mourinho, I just want to see the vibes of 2 years. I just want to see the absolute destruction of social media, because it'd just be mad and it'd be hilarious. And I would sit here and just laugh my whole way through. But if you look at the managers that are, look, I personally think it's got to be Thomas Frank, and I thought that for a while anyway. So,
but Thomas Frank, what, Liverpool?
I actually think it'll be Thomas Frank. I thought it for a long time. I think me and Cal spoke it out before. I actually think it might be Thomas Frank. Michael Edwards loves him.
Well, I might not love Michael Edwards after that appointment. I'll be real.
Thomas Frank really that bad, though?
Thomas Frank's good, man.
He does. He kicks Brentford in the Premier League with no money.
Boy, we got honesty with another super. Hey, is he on a 5-kill streak? He's actually he's got an airstrike right now. He's on an airstrike. For any more of those, he might get the. Yeah, he's on an airstrike right now. It's crazy. For those who play COD, what I mean by that. Big up. He says the coach who is still negotiating with LFC and met West Ham for the first time today is back in Lisbon. The meeting was not positive.
Do we know
Where
that?
did you? What's your source?
Tell me your source, bro.
Honestly,
who's it not positive for? Is it not positive for Liverpool or West Ham as well?
Wait.
But the thing is,
sorry. Honestly, super chat. Yeah, he's got another super chat. That's a 6-kill streak. Big up this up. He goes, Drewski came from a Diddy party, not jail, bro. Do not kill me. And big up Lawazi. Welcome, bro. Good to see you. He goes, I got a snitch on Cal. Mons.
Wow.
Cal said he'd rather have Gerrard over Emery at Liverpool. Excuse me? Cool. That's fine. That's
Said Stevie G.
That's cool. I know where the stream goes from now. Absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. You know how long it's been since I bought the blue card out? Who? Over who? Wait, hold on. Gerrard over Emery.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
And he's smiling backstage. The man is smiling. He don't even feel shame. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. No, I can't. I'll bring you back in it, but you better tell me you was joking, bro. Yo, Kyle.
Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear, or do you want me to tell you the honest truth?
Do you want to stay on this stream, or do you want to go? I'm gonna answer questions for questions right now. That's what we're doing today. All right, that's what we're doing today. All right, cool. All right, listen. Listen, open for the floor is yours. Explain the method to the madness.
I think Emery's a very good manager, but I think he doesn't do well at clubs where the expectations high.
Agreed.
Hence, he won at Rangers, won the league at Rangers.
You know, Emery's won a trophy at Villarreal.
Didn't win a league.
True. Yeah, it's hard to compete against Real Madrid or your likes of Barca.
It was very hard.
Arsenal ratted them out basically as well. Yeah, no, to be fair, Kyle, I hear you what you're saying, but
Stevie's
he had PSG as well, right? So he won the league.
He bottled the league to Monaco as well.
Was it that year?
Didn't he bottle the 4-1 or 5-0 lead against Barca?
Barca. Yeah.
Stevie bottled a title for Liverpool when he slipped over.
No, that was Tyrone Mings, and we still haven't got to the bottom of that. That's corruption. That was PGMO and Tyrone Mings.
I don't think Stevie's a manager. I don't think Stevie.
No, I'm not saying Steve would be my first choice, but given the choice between him and Emery, I'm going to take Gerrard.
I get what you're saying. Emery does bottle under the pressure of a big club.
Is it true that no English manager has won a Premier League?
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
What I will say, if I'm going to be honest,
Howard Wilkinson was the last one, wasn't he? Before the Premier League was the Premier League.
Jurgen Norbert Klopp has bottled every title race, has bottled certain title races. He's bottled finals. He's a winner, but I think a lot of these guys have bottled moments in them. I understand why you wouldn't want Emery Cow, but the reason why you wouldn't want
they
Emery
lost 6-1 to Barcelona. 6-1.
You ain't think I'd be.
Gerrard was 2-0 up, Carl, on the final day of the season.
Say again?
Gerrard was 2-0 up, final day of the season.
Monks, did you see Ollie Watkins' one-on-one miss?
Yeah, like what more could Gerrard have done in that game?
Ollie Watkins, man.
Ollie Watkins missed about 3-4 one-on-ones, and Tyrone Mings turned into the absolute cheat. I'm convinced he got paid off by City. I'm convinced. For him to do what he did in those dying minutes, I'm convinced he got paid off.
I'll be honest. I think there was something like I think it was too like that was more. It was very scripted, like the way that was extremely. I ain't even gonna lie to you there, but
it's like someone went past me and whispered, "Says now's the time." He's never looked richer than he looked after that game.
What is one of those cover the mouth? Is it what? Yeah. It's time. You want to cover the mouth?
Yeah. He walked past me. He says, "Now's the time."
Oh,
you do realize Gerrard stripped Mings of the captaincy as well, not too long after that, and said, "When he comes to speak to me like a man, then I'll consider giving him."
He gave it to John McGinn. Yeah.
Right. Who's still captain now for Aston Villa?
John McGinn.
Right.
Who's doing well for Aston Villa right now?
What's the breadth of players? I like Aston Villa's team. I like Carlos. Diaby hasn't really been playing that much.
Do you remember how many injuries? Do you remember
you talk about the manager?
Yeah, Emery's doing well now. But do you know how many injuries Gerrard had at Villa as well?
Yeah, Emery's had injuries, by the way.
Not like Gerrard did, and Gerrard never got money to spend like that either.
Bro, tactically, Emery is superior to Gerrard. In my opinion,
no, I'm not saying he's not.
He hasn't shown us anything at the top level. I'm sorry.
Hold on, am I not right in saying Gerrard got to? Was it Gerrard who got to Europa League semis or final with Rangers?
Don't know about that one.
Europa League. Bro, doesn't Emery shit Europa Leagues out of his arse?
No, he does. But again, Rangers aren't meant to be even at semi-final stage of Europa. Any European competition. If I'm not mistaken, he did get to the semi-final.
Emery's still done a very good job with a Sevilla team, which
it's quarter-final. Shout to Gang and D. Didn't Gerrard go undefeated in the season he won the league with Rangers as well?
I think so, yeah. I think so. And he had that one striker that was banging goals for him.
Morelos.
Yeah.
And he was playing Ken and
Ryan Kent, yeah.
Ryan Kent.
And he's got that
narrow 4-3-3 or 4-3-2-1. People sleep on Gerrard, innit?
No. We're not sleeping on Gerrard. He's just not better than Emery, bro.
I might be wrong.
You wrong for that.
Anyhow, Gerrard comes to Liverpool one day and wins a league. I promise you, and you guys know I've got a good memory. I promise I will remember every single person who doubted Gerrard as a manager, and I will never, and when I say never, I will never let it go. I will.
You fucking still going on about that?
You might get me convinced as well to your method of the madness.
Like, I'm saying, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool.
Who's
like,
the guy
you know
that snitched on me as well? Who was that who snitched on me? In 2024, we still snitching.
I don't know, innit? I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. Pick up Lawazi with the super chat. He says, Emery got 4 Europa Leagues, then entered the UCL, beat Bayern. Gerrard was never a better manager than Emery. What?
I'm not saying he was a better manager. I'm just saying I'd rather have him at Liverpool than Emery.
Yeah, Cal, you see the emotional connect. You see the emotion of the heartstrings and that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't rub your IG. Don't rub your IG.
After he beat Bayern in the Champions League, what happened after that?
What did happen after that? They got beaten.
Oh, right, exactly.
Was us that beat? Was it? Wait, who was us that?
No, Emery. The super chat said Emery beat Bayern Munich, and then what happened after that?
Yeah, what did I'm asking you.
Probably got knocked out in convincing fashion again.
You knocked them out.
Anyone?
Anyway, listen, yeah, let's move on to like some actual what we're supposed to talk about. Listen, there's a poll. Who would you rather take at Liverpool, Emery or Gerrard? You lot answer the poll. I've got a poll. There's enough people in here.
Big up to everyone in the chat. You know it's all love. Do what you need to do for our captain and our GOAT. Or you're gonna vote for an outsider.
Yeah, Kyle's doing the mental gymnastics. I hear it. I actually hear it. Man's doing like mental gymnastics. Fair dues. Yeah, wasn't it us who beat them?
Yeah. It was us.
Well, I remember
tough game, though. I remember that.
Wasn't Hockland moving mad? Hockland was moving mad in that game and for a little piece. You know, someone else moved mad as well. Was it?
Diaz. I remember Diaz. I think Diaz on Trent. I remember Trent played a nice.
Was it Capu? Was Capu playing for them?
It
was Capu and Coquelin. Fuck, no, he was sourcing.
Yeah, that man was. I remember that game. It was
and Foyth as well. Foyth, I think, was playing as well.
Yeah. Sourcing. That man should be nowhere near the Champions League. Nowhere near. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
Was it Danjuma? Danjuma was that very rare,
yes, Danjuma, yes, as well. Of course, Danjuma.
They're decent.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but Trent and Diaz played well though.
No, Emery is decent.
I know. No, he's good.
Let's move on to the nitty and the gritty. Of course, obviously, I want to talk about Trent and how hashtag difference maker. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I've got bones to pick with certain man. You know what I'm saying? Because of Trent, obviously, regardless of the defensive frailties, made the difference again at right back. Didn't matter what he was doing.
Jamie, did you hear what he said? Regardless of the defensive frailties,
because he wasn't defensively bad. Made the difference.
He's the reason we conceded the goal.
He was.
Thank you.
Hold on. He was the difference between us going 1-0 up rather than 1-0 down. But it's fine. I'll get, we'll be putting Callum in a Trent pack split in a little bit later on in the stream.
Trent was good.
Cal, how about this, Cal? I know when you saw that free kick fly in, you thought of me.
I thought, our centre midfielder scored a fantastic free kick.
Yeah, sure.
Didn't you hear what he said after the game? He said he's got a free roll. That's not a right back anymore.
Cool, man. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's great. It's fine. Anyway, listen, guys, make sure you're smashing the like button. Let's talk about the nitty gritty. Let's get to 100 likes. I think we're on 60, so there's more than enough people in here to do that. Man, Amorim news looks like it's dead and buried. However, let me read the tweet from Fabrizio, and I'm also going to read the tweet from Ornstein as well, just to kind of, Just be transparent about this. West Ham in talks over ambitious move for Ruben Amorim if David Moyes goes. Julian Lopetegui also assessed, but Amorim their top target. West Ham said to appeal, but unclear whether the situation, and they sit among the 39-year-old options. Liverpool looks unlikely. Also, Fabrizio Romano tuned in. He tapped in to the fun as well. And here's what he had to say as well. Bear with me, people, because my phone's even slow. But here's what he had to say about Mr. Amorim. So, Ruben Amorim and Liverpool never held any agreement done/sealed. Talks took place as candidate on club's list, but it wasn't agreed. West Ham approached Amorim as called by Ornstein. Nothing done/agreed. Also in this case, contacts with Liverpool in standby at this stage. First of all, does anyone think it's like done, or does anyone think it's a smokescreen? What's like everyone's kind of opinions on this? Just in
done. We've never spoke to him. That's basically what it is. It's the. I suppose it's us as a fan base getting too excited again, like the Jude Bellingham stuff, and just getting our hopes up for something that's not going to happen. When Marco Edwards has been saying since he came back that he will make the correct choice, not the popular choice. It's been there. He said it all along, man. We just chose to ignore it.
Well, Carl, how are you feeling about this?
It's a strange one, and I think usually I don't really try to buy into the rumors because I like to find things concrete, you know, when it's factual kind of thing. But if we're going for the basis of this conversation, it's a weird one because the West Ham one, I think David Moyes' time is up, but you got the likes of Graham Potter that's lurking around. You got, I think Sarri's name was, you know, mentioned as well. But I think for us, for Liverpool, I think I don't know. I think it's a bit strange because I don't know, man, it's hard to really sort of pick because you don't know what to sort of believe. Like, you know, is it that they're still talking, but they still need to negotiate, you know, a couple more terms and stuff like that, or is it another sort of conversation? So it's really sort of hard to tell. So I don't know where to put my finger on it, and that's the problem. And I don't like that. I don't like the sort of uncertainty. You think, you know, something like Liverpool, okay, you got your guy, okay, try and make some conversations and then see what happens, because I'm not a fan of Nagelsmann personally. I think he's too experimental, and I don't think that will suit us. I think as opposed to Amorim, I can get behind his sort of football, but I don't know, man, at this sort of time.
You know, this whole thing, this will suit us stuff. As a club, have we got to get away from all this now? Have we got to get away from the Liverpool way, it will suit us scenario? Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of being the bridesmaid. And I think this club loves being the bridesmaid. I think we are falling in love with being underdogs, and some of our fan base are falling in love with being underdogs now. That we don't want to be winners anymore. We like playing this role. And
so would you abandon like dire football, like let's say rubbish football, that to watch but still win the league?
Do we play good football now?
Or what you say? When you say now, what do you mean? Like now, just recently, or just now? Like are you saying now, like generally?
I think in the last 2 years, Liverpool played some of the worst football in the Premier League.
Last 2 years. So last year, and then probably this year. This year, Klopp has tweaked things, but it's not nice. I could agree with that. I don't think we're blistering compared to. But then it's like our players
terrible to watch. I think we're terrible. I think we could play better football. I just think we're playing the Pep Linders football. This is. Remember, Klopp said it himself. Everyone keeps ignoring this fact that Klopp said this is Pep Linders' tactics we're playing.
Yeah,
this is his pull. This shit possession football control crap that we can't play. When do Liverpool score goals from possession? Never.
You're right.
Never. Our football's dying, man. I personally want to win. I just want us to make the correct choice. And with Michael Edwards, what people got to get in around this as well. I see a lot of people blaming like John W. Henry and stuff like this, what's going on. He's not in charge of any of this. This is all Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards runs our football club. No one else. He runs our football club. It's up to him. He has got nothing. His hands are no longer tied. He has the say, and he wants to build Liverpool in his vision. So he will look for the right man. So it could be a manager that comes in that none of us have even thought of. It could be someone no one's even mentioned yet. But it could be a guy that, it could be someone like that. It could be Amorim still. But I think Edwards is going to look for a manager that he feels suits the players that we already got, suits the transfer for players that we're already looking at. And he's going to try and make the right decision by that instead of the easy, popular choice. I mean, I look at Amorim and the way he plays. Do we have the players to play Amorim football? Probably not.
No.
So what's the point? What's the point of getting a manager if you ain't got the players to play the manager's way? You're going to have to spend a lot of money to appease that way. Or do you get a manager that suits the players that you've already got?
But that's the conversation about Amorim at the moment. I'm a bit concerned because I heard about Amorim saying that he wants to bring 2 of these players involved in Liverpool setup. So could you take an Amorim and bring 2 of these sort of players at Sporting? Could you do that?
Depends on the 2 players he's looking to bring.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's the defenders mostly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
if Salah goes,
interesting.
could we get Coquerez? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right, but if Salah goes, could we get Coquerez? Do you think we can get him?
It's mad. We could have. If Edwards was at Liverpool at the time, we might have got him from Coventry in the first place. Do you know what I mean? It's. I don't.
Even now,
I don't know.
We linked with Alan Varela. We could have signed Alan Varela in the sum for 8 million.
Edwards wanted Alan Varela a couple of years ago, didn't he? But a certain manager didn't. So.
A lot's gonna be. Look, it's difficult. Here's the thing. I want Amorim because obviously I know we can't get Alonso now. I do want Amorim, but I don't think like our future falls apart if we don't get Amorim. I think we've got a good structure. Now, granted, I don't just want any manager in a dugout.
No.
I know he's not popular. De Zerbi for me would be a very good appointment as well, given the structure we've got. Amorim, very good. Again, I think a lot of managers could come and thrive at Liverpool because of the setup we've got, because of the players we have. I genuinely think some of these players just need a tactical tweak. I think I look at someone like De Zerbi and he's had some of the most shots in the league. I think apart from City, they've had the most passes in the league, best possession, or second best possession, and all these things. And he's doing this with lesser talent. No disrespect to the Brighton players, he's doing this with lesser talent. So again, football maths doesn't always work, but you'd like to assume that De Zerbi with a better caliber of players will be able to implement his philosophy and style of football even better than what he can now. Like, as great as we know Klopp is, if Klopp's at Brighton with those players, Klopp's not doing anything with those players, given how his philosophy is. Klopp's philosophy works because he had the players to suit his philosophy. He had one-on-one defensive specialists. That you don't have that at Brighton, for example. You have players who are going to make mistakes, etc. I'm not overly worried at this point. Like, again, I rate Ornstein very highly as one of the best journalists out there. But Ornstein was the same journalist that said that FSG wanted to sell, said that Michael Edwards would never come back. Again, journalists are sometimes only as good as the information that they're fed, and sometimes the club are going to feed them information to divert attention and stuff like that.
Do you know the West Ham stuff, right? The thing is, though, West Ham must have had an inkling that Amorim didn't fancy the Liverpool job, otherwise they wouldn't try and go for him. Because if it came between a straight shootout between West Ham and Liverpool, he's going to Liverpool. You know, West Ham ain't going to put themselves in that spotlight if they think they're going up against Liverpool for his signature. But so they must have got something behind the scenes, or found out something behind the scenes that, you know, this Amorim to Liverpool thing might not be happening. If it's not happening, let's shoot our load now and get him in. And like all of a sudden, he takes a trip to London today to talk to West Ham. So obviously something has been happening behind the scenes where West Ham thought they had a chance to steal Amorim, So they must have heard something that Liverpool and Amorim haven't had contact yet as well.
I want to piggyback off what Cal said, and you're right. Like, I think any sort of manager that comes in, I think with the setup that Liverpool has, will be good. But I just generally think that Klopp's football has expired now, and I think Trent alluded it on one of his interviews and says that, yeah, it's sad that Klopp is leaving, but I think the players and us, we will like some sort of change. And I genuinely think our football just needs to sort of change with the players that we sort of have.
But when we say expired, yeah, like I feel like Klopp's football is limited, but I think expired is a bit heavy, because if his football had expired, we definitely wouldn't be sitting joint top.
I think it's draining. I think that's what I mean.
Yeah, because there is this notion that our players are performing better than what their actual level is. So, and I'm not saying that like there aren't heavy deficiencies.
So sorry to cut you, Mons.
I'm with that.
So sorry to cut you. I'm not even trying to put you on the spot here, but Mons, what are our tactics right now? I'm not even trying to catch you up.
No, bro. I know what our tactics are.
No, but what are they? Like, if you could explain.
Unfortunately, our tactics are on the ball to control. We try to control the game, but we actually just try to win the ball high and then counter off high pressing football, and that's all it is. That's all I can say it is at the moment. We do play. We play out the back, but it's fast transition on one hand, and on the other hand, I'll just say again, heavy aggressive press where we win the ball high and we try to punish our opponents with fast turnovers and trying to win the ball back. So it's not quite counter-attacking football. It's not quite keep the ball, control the game type football. We're able to do all three facets, but not to a great degree where you could say, oh, we control games. You know, we're a keep ball team, we're a tiki-taka team, or we're a team who cuts through, plays from the back, just like Pep does. We don't excel in any of those three facets, but what we do excel at is winning the ball high. The difference is when we do win the ball high and create our chances, we're not finishing them. So if there's a team who is able to play through us, like for De Zerbi, who seems to, and you guys saw what happened when we played Brighton. They were slicing through us like butter, bro, like a hot knife through butter, playing through the lines.
I can't remember a game where we consistently won the ball high.
No. I'm saying, but again, remember, our press isn't as vigorous as it used to be, and I don't think it's as successful as it used to be. Like, I don't think Darwin presses the same anymore. Maybe that's because he's been run into the ground. I'm not too sure. His press is limited. I think you see more pressing from the centre mids in a Harvey or Szobo's line.
I think the last time we asked you a question, I think was West Ham.
Or when I used to see Henderson do that stupid BS where he'd go and press when he'd just go run beyond the strikers and press. And
we pressed better against Fulham yesterday.
The press better. But you know the tactics are, and Trent even said this in his interview with Gary Neville. He said all the time they want four midfielders in there, whether it's Trent or someone else. They want four midfielders in there, and the tactics are to win the ball back as quickly as possible, not as high as possible, just as quickly as possible. Wherever they lose it, they want to win it back as quickly as possible. Again, I'm not even trying to be disingenuous, especially now he's back. The tactics feel as though it's win the ball back, get it to Trent, and make Trent make something happen. That's not sustainable. That's not tactics. That's you saying.
Is that why you were saying in your stream that he keeps spamming balls?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I didn't think Trent played that well yesterday.
Like, he was spamming passes, but that seems like that's the instruction. Give it to Trent and let Trent make something happen. That's not tactics.
Klopp said it himself after the game, didn't he? Basically, put Conor Bradley down in his place and said, like, I'm just bigged up Trent, and so it looks like that is the case. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think those are the way I've explained the tactics is probably that's the best way I can even put it, Cal, if I'm honest. And is that good enough? It probably isn't. But but to say it's completely redundant or to suggest it's completely redundant for me is wrong, because these players, to me, I don't think our squad is as good as how we've been playing, but I still think we're still a good team. We're still a very good team, but these players have a spine. And I think when certain keys of the spine are not there, we suffer. So I do think, again, a lot of our team is based on emotion, on that high octane energy, that that the go-go juice of what you want to call it. And if the team's playing on go-go juice and we're trying to hang on until the end of the season, then and on top of that, if Klopp's tactics are pretty much redundant and not good enough and expired, then there's no reason for where we should be. Where there's no reason as to why we should be where we should be in the league. I just think that our tactics are high risk, high reward, and it's been more on the reward side. But for me, as I said, there's too many deficiencies. Again, despite what we say about the tactics and conceding in the 2/3 of the game conceding first in 2/3 of the game of our games this season, it's still us. We've still let ourselves down. It's very rare that we've said this season, we've conceded a goal last minute and we fucked up. It's more we've not scored when we're supposed to score. The time where we really shouldn't have conceded was the Brighton game when Lewis Dunk scores from the set piece. That's the game where I can think, God, we shouldn't have conceded late on. We don't concede many goals late on. We don't. Yeah, we concede early on, and that's something that needs to be
that's fine.
But we don't concede late on. And even before Dunk scores that header, Gravenberch misses an open goal, hits the bar. We have fucked this season because of our end product in front of goal. Klopp has coached a Premier League win this season, in my opinion. That's my hot take. He's coached a Premier League win. Does that mean it's a good Premier League? No, because if you look at I think the standard of this Premier League is overrated, and that's why every English team, bar Villa, is out of the European Cups or out of their European competition, respectively. That's why I generally think City haven't been the same. I think Arsenal think they're better than they are, and Liverpool are just a mesh between the two. And the winner of this Premier League is probably going to be the most convincing out of an unconvincing bunch in the three horse race. But nonetheless, I feel like Klopp has done enough has coached enough for us to win the Premier League, and the attackers have let him down. Even though, but two things can be true. The tactics can also be expiring, and it's probably the right time for him to go also. But he's
but that's what I'm saying. Expired. I feel like I would not want this Klopp football next season.
That's cool. That's cool.
I think it's done. I think Klopp's tactics is just
all right. So does anyone disagree? In the chat, let me know. Has Klopp not coached a Premier League win this season? A Premier League title, sorry. He's coached a Premier League title, in my opinion.
See, my mad thing on all this goal scoring malarkey is, 4 weeks ago, Liverpool were the top goal scorers in England and in Europe. Only 4 weeks ago. And, no one was moaning about us scoring goals a few weeks ago. No one was. It's only a hot topic now because the goals are dried up.
I was because
we were scoring bags of goals.
Even though we were scoring bags of goals in the big games, we were still missing.
We were talking. Yeah, I remember.
We were missing chances, but still winning games. So it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. As long as you're winning games of football, it doesn't matter if you miss chances. It's irrelevant. So every team, I think everyone's in this knowledge that no one misses big chances. Everyone misses big chances. Yeah. But as long as you win your games of football, it doesn't really matter. I just feel like it's only the last few weeks where this has all really came up. And I think the reason it's all come up the last few weeks is because the team is dead. The team's on its arse. Like, if you're the forwards, you've got to feel like if we don't score 3 goals today, we can't win a game of football. Do you know how mad that is?
See, I think it's the opposite, Jay.
I was
mad.
I actually think the defense look at it and go, we got to try and keep it just to 1 because the forwards ain't going to score as regularly as they should.
Could it be both? Could it be both, Carl?
Maybe. Shall I tell you what it is, Mons? I think Klopp's man management this season has been absolutely sensational. Like, for most part, it's been sensational. Hence why we're in a title race. But if you actually break down the wins and tactics throughout the season, it's left a lot to be desired. Like, I look at City and Arsenal and their patterns of play when they're attacking, when they're defending. It's completely different to ours. Like, we get intercepted and we lose the ball a lot. We do not protect the ball very well. It's very spammy. It's very almost rushing. Like, how many counterattacks have we had this season where it's like 4-on-2, 5-on-2, and you're sitting there at the end of it going, how did we not score here? Yeah. Like, that for me is coaching ground. That's training ground stuff. That's something that's harnessed, and you work on that. So when you're in those situations in games, you're just like, oh, we do 1A here because it's 4-on-2, or we do 1B here because it's 5-on-2. But every single time, it's like we're just winging it. It just feels like we're winging it. And like, granted, every team gets last-minute winners, but I look at games like that Forest game where McAllister has to pull out a brilliant assist and Darwin has to get a header in the last 9 seconds. And again, every team gets last-minute winners. They do. I get it. But this season, it feels like there's been parts of the season where it's like non-stop just relying on individuals, and that's my frustration with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the forwards have been stinky, but there's been times where our defense has been stinky, and there's been times, a lot of the time, where the tactics have been stinky. I can't just blame it on the forwards, even though they have kind of pooed the bed in the last few weeks.
It's again, I thought, again, you got to remember though, like how many points that we the amount of points you've got from losing positions is also for me more down to good coaching as well. But it's also down to, it can also be down to a poor setup initially. Yeah, it's that's what I mean. Both things can be true. However, I'm not like we as Liverpool fans, like, and this is what I mean. Like what Jamie said, we scored the most goals. You know, at one point in the season, we're saying we have the best attack in the league because even the 5th choice attacker in Gakpo that no one really rates has still got 15 goals in the league. We talk about all these things, yeah. And the second it starts to dry up for 4 or 5 games, all of a sudden these guys are washed, not good enough, inconsistent, volume finishers. I generally think that because the stakes are so high, it's always either these guys are the best in the league or they're just not good enough. And it's a similar rhetoric to what the Arsenal fan base have done at times. And we have to sit here and sometimes take accountability as a fan base, bro. Like, I have to keep it a buck. We were, like what Jamie said, we were ranting and raving about this attack. And unfortunately, in high pressure moments, it has let us down. Now, boy, like, all it takes, unfortunately, these days is a bad day in front of goal. And you end up having the Crystal Palace game. You're 1-0 down and you end up throwing the kitchen sink in the 88th minute because now you're scrounging for a draw at best. But with the chances we've missed in all the games, like every game we've dropped points in this season, we've missed gilt-edged chances. I can't remember a single game, apart from maybe the Arsenal game at the Emirates, where I'll go, you know what? Despite the chances, we didn't deserve it today. Or, you know what? Like, we had chances, like every time we've dropped points this season, it's we had enough chances to win the game. How many times have you managed
the other teams though, bro? So some of the other teams against us.
At times, but not as many times as we sat there at the Arsenal game, we sat there at the City game, we sat there against Luton Town,
even Man United
against
Brighton. We had so many chances against Man United. We had so many chances against Man United.
Both Man United games. Both Man United games, bro. Both of them.
Do you think it's the way we play? This is the reason we miss chances a lot.
No. We have volume finishes and not clinical finishes. And I like, to an extent, you don't mind having volume finishers, but having volume finishers and mixing it with a defense who does struggle to get the clean sheet. And you got to remember, we've had about 15 or whatever defensive combinations this season. Virgil van Dijk has not had a constant partner all season. All season. Do you know what I'm saying?
And we've had loads of injuries as well.
Yeah, as I'm saying, we've had loads of injuries and there've been loads of rotation
for
the right reasons and for the wrong reasons.
We all know Virgil's partner should be now. I mean, that's obvious.
Who is?
Got Quanta's Virgil's partner now till the end of the season. This is a better defender right now. So
he's in form.
Yeah. Kanate's crap.
Can I ask you guys a question? You see, when the starting lineup came out, were you guys worried yesterday?
No, I had big Klopp up for it.
I was happy. I was so happy.
I had big Klopp up for it. I thought it was I actually put it on Twitter before the game that's a great lineup by Klopp.
Yeah. I was happy.
Did the right thing. Did right.
I wasn't worried when I saw the lineup.
Let me hold that question for a second.
Sorry.
Lineup. Let me just get to some of these super chats because they're starting to stack up. Big up Honesty for another super chat. He goes, Pedro Sepulveda is I'm proud of myself for that one. It's a source and the source and the meeting went bad. Was the source and the meeting went bad for West Ham apparently. So also, would you take Luis Enrique?
No.
Dominic. Oh, Szoboszlai might cook under him.
No,
Big up he goes off topic. You guys' opinion on Barca saying it's a disgrace and there's no goal line technology. Also, the Barcelona owner wants a replay, apparently.
Yeah, well, it was a goal, wasn't it? It was the most blatant goal.
I didn't realize La Liga don't have goal line technology.
I didn't even know that either.
No.
That's appalling.
Crazy.
But at the same time, you know what? Barcelona and Real Madrid, they monopolize that league. So the other teams probably can't even afford to have the technology at their stadium.
They can't. That's the reason.
It's to hold that thing.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's just basically, hold that kind of thing. Honestly, he also says, I don't rate De Zerbi that much when his tactics are worn. His team gets decimated like like Piper Perry in a certain scene. If you know, honesty, yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Who the hell is Piper Perry?
Yeah, Google it when you finish the show, Joe.
Jesus
Christ.
Is it family friendly?
No.
It's you're nasty. Honestly, you're nasty. You're nasty. You're nasty. Pick up yourself though with the super chats. You go in, then you're on 11 kill streak, right? That's a chopper gunner. That's a chopper gunner right now. I'll be real. Big up, honestly, he goes, funny we are linked to Kudus 2 days later. Amorim is going to West Ham. Also, why do we buy a player when we want when they are double the price? You know the answer to that question, honestly. Come on, man.
Because my Quintus went at the club. By the way, we did want Kudos, but we bought Cody Gakpo instead.
Yeah.
So, just leave that out there, guys. And everyone keeps going, it's the money situation. Gakpo costs more.
Yeah. Not just that as well. We could have signed some of these players that are going for big money. We could have actually signed prior to them going to a big club. Like that was the actual, if I'm not mistaken, Edwards wanted Bruno Guimaraes, Enzo Fernandez, and someone else before they even moved to the bigger clubs. Like, you see, like Isak's a prime example. Isak's a player you go and get while they're at Sociedad, not while they're at Newcastle showing out in the Premier League.
Well, we bought Darwin instead.
Yeah, no comment, man. No comment.
Remember the Erling Haaland one was at Alba Salzburg, and we got Takumi Minamino instead.
Yeah, do you know what? With that one, though, it was actually on Haaland had a kind of mapped out how his path was going to go, because at that time, 1920, Haaland coming to Liverpool, I don't think Klopp would have given him that much minutes because Firmino and Mane and Salah were still cooking up the place. And we know what Klopp's like in terms of rotating that front three. Yeah. So I think Haaland looked at that and was just like, if I go Dortmund, there's no striker there. I'm playing every single game. And I'm going to
Dortmund. Yeah, he already had Dortmund already done.
Yeah.
That was already done behind the scenes.
Best.
H says
that would have been a dream. You're right.
Ended up with Ben Davis, the hologram, Kabak, and Arthur Melo. Oh, Arthur Melo, please.
Oh, Arthur Melo.
Yeah,
apparently he's doing well though.
I remember there was loose. I remember the loose Paqueta talks, but at that time I was very unsure about Paqueta. I wasn't too sure, especially after his first 3 quarters of that first season for West Ham. But then the latter end of last season he started cooking, and this season he's been unbelievable. This season, probably going to be KDB's replacement if we're being honest. But listen, people, 284 people in the house right now. Please remember to smash the like button. There's 98 likes and 284 people in the house now. I don't know, that to me, that don't really sound like enough. So please, you know what I'm saying? The math ain't mathing. The Darwin Nunez ain't finishing. You know what I'm saying? So
these are Darwin numbers, actually. This is conversion rate to goals. It's perfect.
100. 100. 100. So yeah, guys, let's move on to obviously the lineup. We'll move a little bit from Amorim, from the Amorim news just for now. So for Sunday's game with the lineup, are you guys happy with the performance?
I was really happy with the performance.
Yeah.
In fact, here's the question. Here's a better question. Should Salah be benched for the foreseeable future?
Yes.
He's not in form.
Yes.
He's not in form. Why do we have to play players that are not in form? He came on and looked like Jamie Phillips. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look. Mo Salah, I don't know what he's like. Darwin Nunez is not in form. Mo Salah's not in form. Don't play it.
Wait, when is Darwin Nunez in form? When is
don't do that.
Yeah, that's
Darwin. Well, let's look right now. Last couple of weeks, he's not in form.
When has he ever been in? Wait, no, but when's he ever been in form?
Somebody smell like shit.
soon as you got the memes unlocked, you got it. Yeah.
Nah, at the beginning of the season, he was in
He has
decent.
got 32 GA this season. That's big.
Soft. Overrated. Pretty boy. A bitch.
The bitch one cracks me up all the time.
That last one is so hard.
It's too funny.
I mean, everyone loves Son at Spurs for his GA, but no one always.
He's the purple patch like demon.
Yeah, but he stopped scoring at Christmas every single year. All the time.
Son's expiring. I don't care about human Son. Like I'll be honest. Like I'm when I say he's never in form, that's me taking the piss. But like the form thing of Nunez, man. Like, just allow me.
Can I just say why?
Like, Nunez's GA is a actual man are getting hoodwinked. It's hoodwinked. And you know what's funny? But you know what? I'm not gonna make this about Darwin. Don't make this about Darwin.
Hang on, GA, you got
Salah be benched for the Now let's go back to Mo Salah being
No. I just want to get his GA thing out of the way. I don't understand why people have a problem with forwards having GA. If my forward's got 0 GA, he's not a forward.
But I think it's always the eye test, isn't it? Like, because the thing about it is as well, it's sometimes not pretty. And Muntz does have a point. Like, listen, I'm in Nunez camp. I have my stocks in him, innit? I know what he is. I'm not expecting him to be some world-class sort of striker. I already know. I'm here for the vibes when it comes to Nunez. But at the same time, if you watch an eye test, sometimes there's little tap into Mo Salah's and stuff like that. So it's not crazy, but then he could do a worldie. But look, like you said, he came on yesterday and got 3 offside. The offside thing is starting to bug me.
It's shocking.
About Nunez. It's just starting to bug me. At first, people were saying it, and I thought, oh, whatever. Because most strikers probably get offside and stuff like that. Cool. But now it's just becoming so jarring. But that's my camp with Nunez. I'm not here to say that he's going to become world class. I'm not saying that he's pretty on the eye. I'm just rocking with Nunez because he's just vibes. But at the same time,
I'm with you. I want Darwin to go. I put like now, but all I'm saying is like GA does mean something for a forward. So
yeah, for a forward. Like, if you're personally,
I will say Darwin's got more match winners for Liverpool this season than any other forward in our team.
I've debunked that, you know, Jay. Unless
I got this.
How do you, Cal, you want to debunk it or I want to debunk it?
I got this from the Athletic. I got this from the Athletic.
So if that's over the course of the season, that's all competitions, then there might be a point. But I think what they've done there, I think the wording is incorrect. I think they're looking at terms where Nunez has either won the game or he's scored a goal that's maybe put Liverpool in the lead as opposed to winning the game. But I think
win the game. Did we win the game from us putting us in the lead?
Yeah, but he's not
a
game-winning goal.
But it's a game winner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worded.
No, because we could. There's so many variables with that. My issue with Darwin's GA is, I think it's been heavily, like when we speak about
5-yarders, Cal.
Aguero,
say how it is, Cal.
Not even that. When we speak about the Agueros, Van Nistelrooys, Van Persie's, Michael Owens, Robbie Fowler's. I'm not even comparing this to that, but we never ever speak about GA for those guys. Haaland, we never talk about Haaland's GA. Never talk about Haaland's GA. We don't even talk about Isak's GA. We just talk about the goals they score. Why? Because they're meant to be the head honcho strikers. And for two of them are. The big chances missed. Here's the thing. Most people think of big chances and think, oh, you should be slotting all your big chances. A 50% ratio for big chances scored is actually extremely high because everyone forgets that there is a goalkeeper in the goal. And, you know, Alisson Beckers are out there and there are top goalkeepers.
Only one Alisson Becker, but you go. Only one Alisson Becker.
No, very true. But let's say you have 30 big chances and you score 15, which I think Mo has or is on a number like that at the moment. That's extremely good. The reason why people aren't like me, maybe Mons, aren't blown away by the whole GA talk is because I always use this as an example. 2 people can both have 10 goals in a season. But if one person gets 10 goals from 100 shots and the other person gets 10 goals from 15 shots, I'm taking the guy with 10 goals from 15 shots because they are way more clinical. Nunez is getting goals because he gets so many opportunities and he takes so many snapshots and just he spams shooting. And for me, it's not intelligent 9 times out of 10. Whereas you look at someone like Isak ain't going to pick up the ball and just shoot for the sake of it. But when he shoots, he's doing it for a purpose and he usually scores. And I think that's the difference. We need IQ to take this team to another level. For me, and I hate to say this, but if I'm keeping Darwin, I'm using him like Timo Werner's being used at Tottenham. I do not want to see him as a centre forward. He plays as a left winger, and he plays as a left winger that's there to push the right back and just literally get to the byline and cross it in with his left foot. And that's for me as far as it goes with Darwin.
There is no
I don't think
way.
he's crap. I actually think Darwin could probably go Spain and do really well.
So, Carl, you're basically trying to reduce Darwin Nunez to like Mendes Lang.
To who?
Exactly.
I didn't catch who you said.
I said Mendes Lang.
I don't even know who that is.
There you go, brother. There you go. You know, you can Google it if you want. Google him if you want. No disrespect to Mendes Lang. He actually got a few goals in him, to be fair. Big up the Herdsman for the 5 Big Six Bands memberships, by the way. We appreciate you every time, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hope you're well as well, man. Big up your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Honestly says, with all due respect, I'm not having the disrespect on my G Ibu's name. Me, one time Ibu got cooked. We did the same thing with Bradley and Trent. Big up honesty. He also says there's nothing but respect and love for you, man. Them no diddy, but why is it every player comes? Why is it every time a player comes
in and has a good month, we got this the other player.
Have a good month, we go and diss other players. Always, like every time someone plays well, we have a bad thing to say about another player.
I don't think that's the case on here for us. But Kwanzaa's definitely in better form than Konate right now.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it. He's defending better. He's passing the ball better. He's bringing the ball out better. He's doing everything better at this moment in time to keep him in team.
Yeah, no, I think that the high day of playing plays in. Oh, sorry.
God, no, I was saying Klopp, I think will always gravitate to a Kwanzaa because he's more similar to Matip in terms of his play style. Yeah. Hey, listen, there's a tactical bro. Honestly, he's running tactical nukes in here, bro. Thank you, bro. Honesty.
You're a real MVP, man.
You're very honest.
General, fam. General. Darwin won us the game versus Newcastle, was involved in the comeback versus Fulham, scored in the Forest. Scored the winner versus Forest. That's 9 points Darwin was involved in. Darwin isn't great, but people love to disrespect him. Hear it.
Which Fulham game are you talking about? The Fulham 4-3 game?
He didn't even score in that game. He played in a part into like getting, I think, the assist for Trent, but I don't think he didn't score. It was Endo, Trent. Well,
Simicas got the assist for Trent. With the header, headed it down.
I think Darwin cooks in Spain, by the way. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
So do I.
I really do.
In the Bundesliga, bro. If he goes Bundesliga, he is eating.
Yeah.
He is eating in that league. But the thing is, I didn't really want to turn this into a Nunez thing. I want to talk about genuinely Salah being benched for the foreseeable future. There's 6 games left in the league. Does Salah not start a single one of them? Or does someone need to drop a stink for him to come back?
Game by game basis.
See a cameo off the bench. Do we need to see a cameo off the bench?
Well, let's put it this way: does Jota, Gakpo, and Diaz deserve to be dropped against Everton?
No,
I don't think any of them deserve to get dropped.
However, maybe for Diaz for rest, maybe for Diaz for rest.
If you're looking at rotation, what I would say genuinely though is that, like, I still think even though we rotated the attack, I think there was a bit more fluidity. There was more fluidity in and more balance in our attack, but I still think we were very wasteful. I still think we were wasteful.
Yeah,
we are more fluid in attack. Look, the weird thing is, I think our forward line is.
But we're still wasteful.
Yeah, we always are. But I think our forward line is more fluid without Mo Salah because Mo slows everything down now because he hasn't got the pace.
Current Mo Salah.
Current Mo Salah slows everything down right now.
He was the best player in the league first half of the season.
No, I'm on about right now. Just what we're seeing the Mo right now since January, since he came back. He's slowing everything down because he has. I don't think he's match fit, and that's why he's not showing his. And that's why he's not showing his pace right now because I don't think he's fit. He's not looking sharp.
Have you noticed that he almost looks like he's playing centre midfield at times?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that?
Because he can't run. Because he can't run.
So I'm looking at that, and Klopp said this is Mo Salah's first hamstring injury.
Yeah, first of many.
I'm someone who obviously suffers from a lot of hamstring injuries, and I think that because I was saying, who was it that had the hamstring injury? Szoboszlai, right? Remember, he finished the game, and he came up when we got the news that he had the injury, right? And a lot of people were telling me he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You know, he'll be fine in a week, maybe a week and a half. And I said, no chance. If you're walking off that pitch with a hamstring injury, you are done for 3 weeks minimum. Because if you even try to come back in the first week, you're going to get a reoccurring injury. Same thing with 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks. Hamstring muscle is the biggest muscle in your leg. It's the biggest muscle in your leg. Yeah. It is responsible for so many twists and turns and stretches and stop starts that, let's be real, if you have too many of them, it's killed so many players. It's killed some of our GOATs. Michael Owen, destroyed. Daniel Sturridge, destroyed by hamstring injuries. Mo Salah got his first hamstring injury. The medical team, who made the same mistake with Szoboszlai, who made the same mistake with Trent, brought these guys back too early. Yeah. And then Salah had a reoccurring injury after the Brentford game. Yeah. When you have a reoccurrence, a hamstring injury is one thing, but when you have a reoccurrence of the injury, you are not running. No. You're not doing it.
It doesn't look like he wants to run at the moment either.
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to make excuses for Salah because he's not been good.
No, I agree.
Even his game away from running hasn't been good enough. You know what I'm saying? So take away when he needs to run, but when hamstring isn't just running as well, it's also shooting. It's also hyperextension of the leg.
It's using the power in your leg. You're scared to do it, ain't you? You're scared to do it. Look at Virgil with his knee last year. Look at Virgil. No, but look at Virgil with his knee last year. Virgil said he was scared to jump.
Yeah.
So I look at Mo. I literally think Mo, when I watch him play at the moment, he just doesn't look like he's fit. And that's what I mean by him slowing down the game, because he can't run at the moment. And it's obvious, it's showing. So
he did look sharp.
It's not benefiting us.
It's true. It's not big up De Niro. Sorry, I was saying De Niro. When Mo come back with the first time before the reoccurrence, Mo looked mad sharp, bro. Remember, you come on goal in the Brentford, easy. Even against City, came off the bench, looked mad sharp.
At the end of the Brentford game, he got injured, didn't he?
Yes, again, that's what I mean when I say a reoccurrence of the hamstring injury is. It's long, and I'm telling you, bro, my hamstring has exploded. Not actually physically exploded, but you get it. Like the reoccurrence, you don't want to run. Genuinely, you don't want to run. But hey, listen, if anyone wants to pay for my sports medicine degree, hey, listen, yo, hey, honestly, at this point, it's going to give me the money to do it. So I appreciate it. You know, it's one of them. Here's another super chat. He goes, he played a part for the Endo goal. He won the ball in the air, and he also won the ball in the air and passed it to Costas, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's in reply to the Fulham.
Yeah. No, I hear that honesty, but then you can make that case for pretty much everyone in the squad being a part of scoring goals. But if it's not him scoring the goal directly, we can't say he's responsible for 9 points or assisting the goal directly. Because you can, if that's the case, you can use that with most players in the team.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
I must say, though,
another part. Just quickly, welcome was I think it was Jake. I think it was Jake Sims in the comments. He was saying that he don't play with Nunez anymore. Remember how Salah Nunez was a thing?
Yeah, the 1-2 punch. That's what you call it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if Salah likes to play with Nunez anymore. You know. Not likes to, but I feel like that kind of duo is done.
Salah looks fed up with him at times, don't he?
Yeah.
Salah looks fed up with him.
It was kind of even early this season, though. It was. I noticed it, and because I think they started having that 1-2 punch kind of after. I think the start of this season it was a bit weird. Like Salah wouldn't pass to Nunez and stuff like that, and sometimes with those times when Salah will pass the run, obviously my man was offside, and you'll be like, bro, try to stay on side.
Salah likes to play with Jota and Gakpo. Because they play, it's the closest thing he has to Firmino.
Yeah. And they both got a very good first touch, and they release it really well as well.
KJ goes, big up KJ for the super chat. He goes, have we talked about that bum in the 8 yet?
I don't
I
think
mean-
he's using him right, but hey,
I mean,
Somebody smell like shit.
I don't know what to say about Szobo anymore.
we'll move.
He's another one that needs to be dropped.
Hold on,
Yeah.
just before we carry on, so what will it take for Mo to get back into the team for these last 5 games?
Next season.
Have a good cameo appearance from the bench and one of the front 3 mess up.
Look, Percy, Mo's going to play against Everton. So let's put that out there right now. But I feel like Mo's just, I don't know what it is. Like, I think we all agree the front 3 that between Diaz, Gakpo and Jota has more fluency as a 3 up top. You know, they can run different directions. They can, you know, Jota can go left, Diaz can go through the middle at times, and they can change it around quite a bit. They're not static in their positions. But Salah's still Salah, ain't he, at the end of the day? It's mental. You know, it's still Mo. Would it shock anyone if Mo got a hat-trick against Everton on Wednesday?
No,
It
no,
would
100%.
shock me. No, it would actually shock me.
I think there's a big thing where, like, I think people are very reactionary when it comes to certain players. I think we're always going to be a bit more protective of our own players, Liverpool fans. But I think Salah, for me, does need to have a good cameo off the bench. He'll probably start against Everton, but for me, he needs to have a good performance. If he's not able to run, I don't think we should have ever brought him back from injury, in my opinion. I don't think we should have brought him back. I think we should have given him the extra time he needs, because Salah is still very explosive for his age. He was extremely explosive when he came back from injury that first time, and I think we've just kind of made things worse. Like, I genuinely think, like, no one's spoken about the mistake of the medical team, in my opinion. I know Klopp came out to protect the medical team publicly, but for Trent,
Trent one was the peakest one.
For Trent and Salah to be brought back, and for them both to have reoccurring injuries in the same parts of their legs, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is crazy. That bro, how about this? That is almost season defining. We're lucky we had Conor Bradley, because 19 out of 20 seasons, you don't have a Conor Bradley. You don't, to just come in and be very good from the jump. We are mad fortunate. We are mad fortunate. Like, I don't think man understand how fortunate we were for him to have him just to come in and be as good as he was in it. But yeah, no, I'm in agreement. I think he needs to have a good game, and not just one. Probably needs to have 2 for me. I can't just have it like a one-off and then he goes back to what he's doing. I'd like to see Salah play with Diogo Jota and maybe a Diaz or a Nunez left wing, or even keep Gakpo left wing. My only thing is that if Salah can't run like he used to just because of this hamstring tweak that he's had over the past 2 months, do you need to have a Diaz, or does a Nunez or Diaz have to be in the starting lineup just for that blistering pace to be able to penetrate or push the line back, especially with a Trent who needs runners in behind if we're going to utilize him?
Do you know what it is? Because I think Gakpo really keeps the ball well on the left-hand side and is great at running with the ball. He's good at holding it up as well. He brings more players into play on his side of the pitch.
Yeah, go on.
And Jota's movement in that forward line is mad. It's so unnoticed. You know, he gets in beautiful positions. And I actually don't mind Diaz on the right-hand side. I think Diaz is all right on that right-hand side with his movement, you know, his creativity from that side of the pitch. So I don't think you need the pace so much when you got 3 better players at the moment keeping the ball and can bring other players into play. You know, Diaz on that right-hand side kept bringing Harvey into play loads yesterday. I thought Harvey played really well. You know, Gakpo on the left-hand side, you know, you had Robbo making excellent runs to me on that side because Gakpo could hold it up and let Robbo run past him. You know, and Jota's just that guy, isn't he? He's got to score 1 and 2. You know, if he gets 2 chances in the game, he's got to score 1 of them. So I don't think you need the pace so much with them 3. I think if Mo plays at the moment, because he slows it down, because as we said, he's not fit and he doesn't want to run at the moment, then you need Darwin to play as well with that thing in behind. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel looking at it at the moment.
Last thing about the attack as well, I'd say, is Cody Gakpo going to get better game by game? Like, is his trajectory kind of a lot higher than we think, because for me, Gakpo is one of those players who you can't just. I don't think he's good enough to come in for one game and look really good. If Gakpo continues to start and play and play and play, can he change the minds of people like Cal maybe, or kind of change the opinions of parts of the fan base? I've got to sing you out there, but is he gonna change opinions where? Because sometimes players need, like Endo needed a solid run of games to find
Curtis Jones as well.
Is Gakpo one of those players where, even though Diaz, because me, I don't think he had the game that everyone said he had. I just think he was good for his standards. I don't think he had an amazing game. I just generally felt he was good for his standards, which doesn't mean he has a bad game. I just think we've lowered the bar for Gakpo because of what we've seen so far.
I don't know. He created more chances than Diaz.
The good thing I'll say is, like, I think he can get better. I still think his end product was very, very. I still think his end product was not different than what we've seen, in my opinion. But at the same time, it was better, and he's been getting better every single time he's played. He's got better, in my opinion, innit?
Yes, and the mad thing is, Cody Gakpo's goal to game ratio is actually better than Luis Diaz's this season.
Yeah.
So
Gakpo's GA from a standpoint. Gakpo's GA from a standpoint is fine this season. It's fine.
And Cody's actually made more goal opportunities on the left-hand side in the last 4 games than Diaz has done most of this season. I just feel like Cody. I said this, Cal, and you before. Like, I don't understand what Luis Diaz was doing at such a level that kept Cody out of the team this long at left wing. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing here. And when I look at Cody now, he holds the ball, he protects the ball better, and Luis Diaz on the left hand side, he brings players into play better. I think he's a better passer of the ball. He's more direct than Luis. Luis is a great dribbler, but Gakpo is more direct, where Gakpo will run towards the goal. He will run towards the goal. For me, he's more direct. He's our best ball runner at the moment. I don't know anyone who runs with the ball better than Luis Diaz, than Cody Gakpo on our side right now. It's very hard to win the ball off him. I just think he needs game time. I literally think he's one of them players that just need game time, like you said once. Look at Curtis Jones. Once he got game time, he looked like a good player. Now we're saying he could be one of the first choice midfielders. I think Cody's just a confidence player. It got completely zapped out of him by playing multiple positions that weren't his position, and now he feels comfortable because he's played 4 games at left wing, last 4 matches. So, I'd keep Cody out there for a little bit, and I'd keep Luis Diaz out on the right. I think it's working. Why change it?
Fair enough.
I think that goes a testament to the actual whole team. That's why I was happy about the lineup. And you guys talk about playing players on form, right? I wanted Szobo bench for time, and I wanted Harvey Elliott to start, and Ryan Gravenberch as well. That's why I was happy. And obviously, I knew it wasn't going to look pretty.
We'll speak about that as well. We're going to speak about Ryan as well. Yeah, can you keep Ryan?
Yeah, it didn't look pretty, but I wasn't expecting much anyway. Do you get what I mean? For like such a change and stuff like that. I was more looking at that back line to keep some sort of composure. I was annoyed that we conceded a goal, but nevertheless, I think for what it was worth, I think that middle of that park, Endo, Ryan Gravenberch, and Elliott. Yes, I think Elliott missed a couple chances and stuff like that, but I think Elliott was really good as well, helping that sort of right-hand side. And I think that was better. And I think that was good from Klopp but then again, sometimes I always feel with Klopp I always feel like Klopp makes these changes when it's a bit too late. When I think last season, he started doing the inverted thing with Trent, right? I was thinking, why couldn't you just done that before? Okay, the season we lost all our centre-backs. You started playing Reece Williams and Nat Phillips in the latter age of the season kind of thing. I feel like it's always Klopp doing it. I figured it out now, let me do it. But it's like a little bit too late. Like, why couldn't you have just done this before kind of thing? And there was games where I was calling that Harvey Elliott should start kind of thing. So that's why I was happy. We'll see what happens with Everton kind of thing. That's my front three. Would he play as Salah? I think he would play as Salah. As Everton is a derby. Do you get what I'm saying? But would Szoboszlai start? Ryan Gravenberch got his first Premier League goal. I think he was decent. He gassed out a bit as well. But I think that's also because I don't think he had a run-in in the team just yet. I think Ryan Gravenberch needs a run-in in that sort of team. I think the Europa League games were good for him. Obviously, we're out of that. But does the likes of I just want to see who plays in that midfield against Everton. That's the real question. Because the attack I think that's free from. I think you can play whoever kind of thing almost as well. But I think that sort of midfield, because I don't think we still have that midfielder defense at the moment is still not gelling at the moment. That's what I just don't see, especially because we start playing from the back as well. Endo lost a ball a couple of times. I think the second half yesterday he started getting better into the game, but the first half I think Endo was a bit drowning a bit as well. But that's what I want to see. I want to see who plays in that sort of midfield there. Does Szoboszlai come back? I don't want him to, but then Elliot as well, because Elliot as well, the same thing that I speak about. I can't remember what player that I'm thinking of. Elliot doesn't really start games that well sometimes. That's the thing. So it's one of those situations where I like Elliot off the bench, but at the same time, when Elliot has started off the game, obviously yesterday he done really well, missed a couple of chances. Like I said, I think scuffed his lines a couple of times. Could Elliot start against Everton though?
Elliot wouldn't have got benched if Cody Gakpo went and got his head up in Atlanta in the first leg, but it's fine. He's coming leaps and bounds since then. But you know, big up Gang and Deep for the £2 super chat. He goes, players in our forward line would suit a 2 up top.
So passive aggressive.
Because Carl, it's fine. I know you know exactly what 2 chances I'm talking about when he made the run through the middle.
Yeah.
Pass wasn't found, so it's fine. I don't forget though, innit? I don't forget. But yeah, no, it's fine. I understand the Cody Gakpo thing. Let's move on to the midfield. Of course, obviously we talked about.
Keep him on the bench.
I'm tired of suffering.
But I can't lie to you. I'm gonna
every time he plays.
I think it's Klopp. I genuinely don't think.
I'm sorry.
That well.
I'm sorry, like, bro.
It's not a midfielder.
Let's not we can't. Man didn't know in it. Like, I barred his last stream, bro, because I barred his name, bro. Anyone who said his name, it was
somebody smell like shit.
Legitimately, every time someone said his name,
I can't even stick up for him anymore. I literally can't. All I will say is he's not a midfielder. That's all I'm going to say.
Did you not see his cameo?
Yeah, it's bad.
When he passed that ball back, oh my God.
I don't think he had one good pass. I don't think he made one completed pass.
I've actually seen Szoboszlai stand at a bridge because he couldn't pass it. It literally, he can't pass water, man. He fails urine tests. The man can't pass anything. You know, I don't know what's going on with him right now.
Wait, is that Uncle Albert? If it is Uncle Albert, I miss you, Uncle, man. I hope you're well. Brother. He goes, Gakpo is a left winger. He's better than Diaz in that position. Klopp used his lack of form. Klopp caused his lack of form. Yet fan base said he's slow. Play him there. End of. Big up
Klopp PSV. So I was bizarre when Klopp started saying that we could play as a false 9. I think trying to do some Bobby Firmino replacement. Start of the season, he played him in midfield. I was very confused because at PSV, he's a left wing. So I didn't get Jamie, I think he was right. Diaz at that time where he was absolutely poor, and I didn't understand why Gakpo was not playing on the wing.
Mad.
But yeah,
I think
Klopp does weird things, bro.
Klopp has admitted it, though, won't he? Klopp has admitted that it was him that ruined him.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least Klopp admitted it.
I hear it, but just in terms of the midfield, I'm waiting for Cal to get his ass back on camera because we're gonna need to have that chat about Ryan, innit? Remember when I said Ryan could start in Liverpool's midfield and everyone looked at me like I was mad, Jay? Remember, like, just last week?
Yeah.
Just last week.
Gravenberch is good. Oh, I thought Gravenberch was all right against Fulham.
Yeah. Just last week, I said, listen, bro, I think Grav could play in the midfield. But I'm going, what? Everyone like, what? Like, what? Like, I'm crazy. I said, Grav deserves
games this season. Like, even against Everton at Anfield, Ryan Gravenberch played a good game in that game. European League games, he played very good as well. Ryan Gravenberch.
That's pretty fine.
Yeah, it's Giovanni saying it as it is, innit? I'm not like, I know we're not going to keep on crashing it on Szobo, innit? But he's not helping himself. And I can't do the whole it's Klopp. Like, we can't run the it's Klopp's fault no more, bro. Because man ain't even doing the basics.
Yeah, but you can tell that's a confidence issue. Like, you can tell that it's struck, and I think he knows.
Why are we spending 70 million on confidence ballers then?
But once, I think he knows that I'm playing shit, and I think every time now it's like he can't even do his basics. I think that's generally what's happening to Szoboszlai.
He hasn't done the basics.
Season when Szoboszlai was doing well, no one was really saying that. Now I think it's dipped in form, and now he knows. Everybody knows. And this is what's happening.
Welch, you're being dipped. What
No,
he did? He has dipped.
Yeah, like he's dipped.
I think it's because the boss line knows his manager's leaving and he don't give a shit right now.
He has
Yes,
dropped
they do.
off dropped, plummeted. Yo, it's been like this for 7 months.
Has Gravenberch had worse performances as the boss line this season?
No,
he hasn't. But let's get on to enough about Szobo.
No, let's not do recency bad. Gravenberch has stunk up the place a couple times as well.
Okay, not as many times as Szobo, because Szobo. Gravenberch hasn't even had a chance to play himself into form. Obviously, you need to be showed a certain standard to play yourself into form. But Szobo has had chance after chance after chance after chance after chance to play yourself back into the mode that we saw at the start of the season. So we now have you at a certain level. But at the end of the day, he just needs to get better. Whether he needs to, for me, he can't start another game for the rest of the season. I need a really, really good, I need a mad cameo from him to even, I think Harvey Elliott's been done so dirty.
Yeah.
With the Szobo minutes. And the thing is, we don't use excuses like, oh, it's Klopp's system as to why Szobo's not working. No one says that about Harvey. No one says Harvey does too much running, so he can't be technical.
Harvey's more
technical. But Harvey's not a centre mid. Harvey's not a
Harvey's more cold. You know,
hold on, Jimmy. People call Harvey a 10 or a right winger or a kind of inside forward, whatever you want to call him. People say Szobo's a winger or Szobo belongs in the 10. It's the same shit. Winner, yeah. But Harvey don't get these excuses.
Do you know why? Because
he's being a bum. It's okay to say it.
He's a bum. He's a bum. But you know what, Harvey's a more cultured footballer than Szoboszlai, in my opinion. Yeah. I think Harvey Elliott. I think Gary Neville said it on commentary yesterday. You know, he looks like one of them Valencian midfielders, Harvey Elliott, because he's a cultured midfielder. He doesn't need pace. He finds himself in the right positions a lot of time in midfield. He's good on the ball. He's actually got a good delivery when he gets out wide right, you know, and that cross. He's got a good final ball on him. He's got a good pass. I think Harvey Elliott is actually a more cultured footballer than Dominic Szoboszlai, and that's why Harvey looks comfortable in different positions compared to what Szoboszlai does.
Fair enough. Let's move on to. Hold on, we've got one more super chat here. Big up Gavin D. Not Gavin. Sorry. Big up Lawaz. He goes, I'm not hearing this Diaz disrespect again. I think Diaz has carried the attack for large parts.
No, Lawaz is the one that snitched on me early doors, isn't it?
Can I ask?
I see you, Lawaz. I see you, bro.
What is the Diaz love? I don't get the Diaz love. I don't understand this Diaz love. I don't get it.
Albert, big up Albert again. He says we need a dominant physical number 6. Endo ain't it.
He's only lost one Premier League game, Endo, by the way, being the 6th. I mean, is he that bad?
Yeah, I like Endo. I really do.
Yeah, but
he's not a fantastic squad player, but he's not gonna win the leagues.
Can I just put a thing to bed? I keep hearing all this Endo bullshit the last 24 hours. Yeah, I believe Endo. Like everyone keeps saying Endo's not a progressive passer. It's the biggest lie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh yeah, true.
Endo is a progressive passer.
He can be progressive. I think
he's one of them. He's actually one. I think he plays the most forward passes in our team. Actually,
I think so. Yeah. He even got Szoboszlai that screamer in it against Leicester.
Yeah, I mean, it's just people just.
His progressive passing's never been an issue for me, though, Jay. For me, it's
but people say he's not. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
It's where it's the coming up against the South London thugs, in it. He's just he's just not that. But listen, Andrew, I can understand your frustration towards the talk between Szoboszlai and it, but bro, like.
Yeah,
if you can't crash it on the player, he's been bumming it out for as long as he has. Then when can we crash it on the players, bro? I think people think because I make jokes when I crash it on a player, like I'll do the whole tropical Timo Werner, Darwin Nunez. I'll take the piss in that because it's like I try to make light of the fact that some players are not performing to the level I want them to play. It doesn't mean like never play for my club again. He's in actuality shit and all of that stuff. We'd not go that far, but we have to highlight it. Do you know what I'm saying? He goes, it's not just Szobo. We gave up on players after 5 months. I didn't say sell him. Okay, actually, do you know what? I did say sell him, but I was really angry that day. I was in a bad place, right?
That's why I didn't want to. That's why I didn't say anything to Moss. I'll just let him get this bit off, man.
Man knew I was in a bad way that day. Innit? I was in a.
here's the thing, though. Serious question. He made it very clear that he signed for Liverpool because he wanted to play for Klopp. He loves Liverpool, but he wanted to play for Klopp. With Klopp leaving, do you think Szoboszlai might be having second thoughts?
He's brethren with Trent now, so I think he might stay.
I don't know.
I'm joking, but sorry, but
Alexander's saying he'd have Bruno over Szoboszlai. It's that bad.
I think he plays Szoboszlai in his natural position. He'll be all right.
No, not for me.
No, look at Liverpool 67. I think that's spot on. I think it's just Klopp's experimental thing with Szoboszlai, and he does the Hender. I don't think Szoboszlai should be any way trying to defend or anything like that. Against City at the Etihad, Szoboszlai and Trent was at fault for the Erling Haaland goals where they didn't press Ake Bell. But I think with Szoboszlai, I just want him to have that free range. When you say with Trent having that free sort of role, I just want Szoboszlai to have that. I agree, though. Let's not let it get twisted. I agree the criticism that Szoboszlai has, but I just do think that I think him and Klopp under this sort of Klopp football, I just don't think it just works for players like Szoboszlai. I think it might work under another manager.
Every player is going to get.
Then we can have a conversation.
Yeah, that's why I haven't said. I'm not going to say sell any player because every player is going to get a fresh sort of look out, and we'll see. Ryan Gravenberch, Cal, looked at me crazy when I
really well. Took his goal really well. Had a good game. Still not fully convinced. So.
No, neither. I'm not fully convinced, but I said he deserved the chance, Cal. I did say he deserved.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. He did. He did deserve.
And the funny thing is, we actually spoke on the phone. Remember, we spoke on the phone before the game, and I said, "Bro, give Grav a little something." And I remember Grav has had a few decent cameos off the bench where, funnily enough, he's come on for Szoboszlai and looks very good. Actually, that was so funny. At the start of the season, he was coming up when Szoboszlai was starting to slow down. Grav would come on and he'd look okay. But we all know that Grav can't complete more than 70 minutes.
Yeah.
We all know that. I think we could all just... He just tends to gas out, I feel like every time... every time he bites his lip, he loses a bar of stamina. I don't know what it is in it. I'm not really too sure about the ins and outs. But could we say, is Gravenberch kind of in that Cody Gakpo mode where we've lowered the bar for him a little bit? So he's being gassed a little bit more than what he's doing? Or does he just need a few games in a row to kind of see what he's really about? Is he that player where you look at his shooting, average, you look at his passing, average. We obviously know he's got a really good half turn. He's decent first touch and he's a good dribbler. But all the other factors of the game, he's quite 4 out of 10. But would you say while playing, because remember, when you play a fortitude of games, when you play consistently, these stats tend to increase in your game. And I don't know whether that means these players aren't good enough and they need to be played into form, which is why they play on the bench. But would you guys say that Grav deserves to start next game on that basis?
It should be the same lineup that played against Fulham and against Everton.
It's not going to be, and that's the issue we're going to have.
What did you say? Same lineup against Everton?
Yeah, why not? They just won 3-1.
Again, you're going to hate me for... I'm not going to say it.
Say it, Cal. If someone says you don't want me to say it, just say it, man. Say it, Cal.
Because it's Everton, I'm going Joe G right back and Trent in midfield.
Stop putting Joe Gomez right back now, please. He's not good. He's not good right back anymore. He's not good at right back anymore, bro. He's not good at right back anymore.
Trent inverting against Everton. Sean Dyche is licking his lips at the prospect of just tacking down that side with Dwight McNeil. Getting crosses in the box with Calvert.
Was that left back again? Yeah, that left back as well. He does really well against Salah as well.
Mikalenko
loves kicking up Salah, bro. He loves kicking Salah.
Yeah, he loves
Mikalenko and Dwight McNeil are going to stay on that left wing and they're going to get the ball and cross the ball into Calvert-Lewin or whoever else is in there.
And you know what? It's mad because Mikalenko just gets me hot, bro. Donny's literally straight out of Mad Max on a G.I. Jane team, bro. Like, he just gets me flipping ball blood. I swear now. And he's good. Like, I actually think he's decent, and I think he's one of the slightly underrated left backs in the league.
I agree.
But yeah, him and his Mad Max Fury Road self has to. He's got to take a break, bro. Just for the one game of Goodison, man. I don't like going Goodison Park. For me, like I fear going there sometimes just because not even him himself, but I feel like those players will die on the pitch to stop us from doing anything if they get half the chance.
We had a weird game Is it last season? We had a 0-0. That was a weird game, innit? Was it? And then, but yeah, that was a bizarre game, bro.
Anfield, we destroyed them.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but what you say? Joe Gomez at right back, and then what? Who?
Trent.
How about this? Do you reckon Szobo could play right back? If we could find a place for Szobo, could Szobo play right back?
No, Szobo should be on the bench.
No, I'm saying, if we were to ever move his position, like he's tall, he's kind of fast.
It's late. We're not doing that. It's late.
Cool. Fair enough. I'm just throwing ideas out there at this point. But
if I see Szobo's like right back, I'm turning off. I'm
not changing the team.
No, it's crazy. What about Beto? Listen, I think Beto might be one of the worst footballers out there I've seen, but watch him go back against us. We're just one of those teams to go and get Beto.
Yeah.
We're like, get him a brace, go in type of thing. Like,
man hasn't scored in 10 games, man bags.
Bags of screamer, kills it dead, boom, slaps it bins. You know what I'm saying? So could everyone kind of like go through the starting midfielders they want before we might close after this, or maybe look at the defense? I don't know, but starting midfield.
I'll go.
Chat, give me your midfield combination that you want to see versus Everton while I do something.
I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Curtis Jones.
For me, it'd be Endo, Trent. Oh, McAllister didn't start this game, did he?
No, Cal, say the midfield that Klopp will play.
I think he's going to go McAllister, Szoboszlai, and
McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. You think he's going? It's the rested as well, innit? Curtis Jones didn't play. McAllister came off for a few minutes, and Szoboszlai came. Yeah.
My midfield would be Endo, McAllister, and Trent.
Endo, McAllister, Trent.
Trent's already playing.
Do you think Klopp will do it? Do you think Klopp will just ever? Because I don't. I'm on the same wave with you. I want Trent in midfield. I do. I'm on the same wavelength. But do you think he would? Do you think?
No, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, he's not. He can't do it. Especially like that 4 midfield, that inverted thing as well. And I don't think you have Conor Bradley. I don't mind Joe Gomez doing it at times, but it depends who we're playing. But so I don't know.
Did you notice yesterday though against Fulham, Trent didn't invert into midfield. He went and was the third centre back.
Yeah,
because Endo was playing. When he's got Endo playing, Trent always inverts into the third centre back position. He never goes into midfield when Endo's playing.
Yeah,
so
I see.
Yeah, Cal. So what you said,
you are so shameless.
Matt Elliott and Grab. I like that.
Oh, Beto's injured. DCL revival tour.
No, I can't have that. I can't have that bra.
I think Van Dijk does really well against Cavalier.
Mac and Jones will play. Trent will play
midfield. I think we need strong referees and proficient.
Well, we ain't gonna get that because David Coote's on VAR.
Oh, you're joking.
No, Coote's on VAR, man.
It's long at this point, isn't it?
He's on every Liverpool VAR duty. It's Coote.
Off topic. Big up, honestly, for another super chat. You are the MVP, but that's a question. Big up, honestly, goes off topic. What you guys' opinion on Pep losing it because they had to play back-to-back games when Klopp complains he was told to shut up?
Oh, they listen to Pep, right?
It's when Klopp does it, he's a moaner. When everyone else does it, oh my god, they have such a right to do it. Oh my god, anyone but Klopp. Oh yeah.
Did you hear him talking about when Pep said this? They're like, oh, maybe Pep's got a point in the Premier League, should start looking after him. It's like, nah.
How many 12:30 kickoffs have we had?
This is our 6th one.
It's gonna be our 6th one on Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go.
Boy, last and final question for the guys. Is it still possible? No. Is it still possible for Liverpool's season to end on a high?
Yes.
Yeah, we can still win the league. We're top.
Is there it's hope now that we've got over the line against Fulham? Is hope restored, especially if you go and win on Wednesday?
Look, Arsenal's fixtures are mad coming up, and
City do look very leggy.
City look a bit leggy,
but doesn't that make you want to punch a bag of atoms even more? Because
I know
we win against Palace.
I feel like Chelsea gotta get a point tomorrow against Arsenal.
Yeah, but and then it makes you think, oh, well, maybe if we scored even the 1 goal against Palace.
I just,
know?
yeah. Didn't you and me, Mont, say that it would have been better Liverpool drawing 0-0 in that game now?
Yeah. In hindsight, a draw. Yeah, we're talking that is dang. That is very attractive. Like,
yeah,
a draw, I'm taking that.
Yeah, I feel like Arsenal. I feel like Chelsea will get a point. Chelsea are very good playing the big sides.
But no Palmer in it. Of course, when Arsenal play Wolves, there's no Neto, no.
Yeah, well, Arsenal played Wolves, and Wolves had no players whatsoever, so it was an easy day. Obviously, no Palmer for Chelsea.
And what is it? Arsenal, when Arsenal played City, they had no Rodri. Is it?
Yeah.
Rodri was not playing.
That's what I'm saying. This season, they've been very fortunate with players and timings and stuff.
And they don't really,
I don't think they have a
really
season like this
injuries,
again.
No Gusto on Palmer is looking spooky, but maybe
go
maybe
ahead,
Exo on the ball, Gallagher. Maybe Gallagher can come up trunks and do a little sign. Gallagher, you know what I'm saying? Exo bully on the ball. So listen, people, we are going to end it there. Big up everyone in the. Big up. We got one more super chat. Big up the Herbs, and Trent is already playing in midfield.
He's not playing in midfield.
Need someone to play right.
He's not playing in midfield. He's inverted. He's not playing in midfield.
He said he has a free roll, Wilkes, brother.
He did.
I know. He's that free roll, but like, I don't want Trent to defend no more. I just want Trent just attack,
guys.
Just attack.
Did Roberto?
Tell the brother above you, Wilkes. Tell the brother above you,
guys.
Listen, man. Trent back in the team.
Did Cafu ever come out and said he had a free roll?
No.
Trent back in the team. Liverpool win. Oh well, Anyway, still playing at right back and inverted as a third centre back and not as a midfielder. We looked a lot better, just like it's how
like I've said, he's talent. You play him anywhere. He's just talent.
Yeah, bro. X factor players, you play them. You don't rotate them.
Yeah,
you play them.
You just play them.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Coppish. Make sure you subscribe to Jamie Phillips in the title above. Make sure you subscribe to Welks Talks Football as well. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Banks. Of course, we are on the way to 9,200 subscribers. The subscriber count has slowed down a little bit, but I understand it happens. It's football and it's YouTube. But it's down to the community to spread our love and keep on thriving and keep on growing. So, guys, make sure you smash the like button. I believe we're sitting currently on 144 likes, I believe. So make sure we get to 150 likes. That is the total. Well, it was actually 250 likes. So make sure on the watch back, you're smashing the like button. Guys, make sure you stay here and head over to Staffy's channel. That's where we're going to be redirecting to. So make sure you type in Big Six Banks Raid as well. Guys, have you got any shows coming up that we need to let the people know tomorrow?
Just Everton preview tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've been watching football from the shadows, so that's me right now. Because right now I'm in a stage where Liverpool has to convince me. I've been backing Liverpool to win the league, but now they have to convince me that they can still win the league if they're really about that life. Because like I said, Jamie, I don't want to be bridesmaids. So, so football in the shadows for me.
Sadly, I'm down getting fucked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. Big up everyone. Big up Lawazi. Big up Honesty. Big up the Herbsman for the gift and the memberships as well. So big up everyone that's thrown in their super chats, man. We appreciate it every time. Big up.
Big up Honesty, man. You're the MVP for tonight, man.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
Yeah. KJ for their super chats as well, man. Listen, you lot, peace and love, and we'll see you guys soon. Drop a comment on what you thought about today's Liverpool emergency meeting. Amorim, I don't even know. Anyway, guys, take care. We'll see you soon.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Somebody smell like shit. Somebody smell like shit.